Welcome to Source ADV. Typically on this channel, I'll be doing a lot of videos about dirt bikes and adventure bikes and trucks and that sort of thing. But today, I've got my Yamaha RD400. This is the holy grail of two-stroke street bikes. It is a 398cc inline twin. It's got these gigantic expansion chambers from Spec II Performance. It is such a cool bike. This is like I said, is a 79, or if I didn't say, this is a 79 Yamaha RD400D, which is the Daytona Special. This is one of 5,000 bikes. This bike was originally purchased in Omaha, Nebraska. It's got 2,320 original miles on it, so it's not going to get much better than this. In 2010 or so, a guy in California purchased it and basically redid everything in the engine by Spec II Performance, the same company that makes these expansion chambers. So the thing was, bored, new pistons, connecting rods, bearings. The crank was welded and balanced, all new seals, a couple of things replaced in the transmission. It has a new performance clutch from Spec Racing. There's a Canon filter right there that goes to a cool 2-to-1 Y joint. The carbs have been jetted for the Spec II pipes, some fiberglass reeds, and as you can see here, it's got a Yamaha Banshee crossover intake manifold tube added that balances the cylinders out and makes it run better. Everything in the engine case has been rebuilt by Spec II Racing in 2010. All the receipts for it are there. It's numbers matching. It's got the same, it's a numbers matching bike, both of the frame and the engine. So it's a really clean bike. It handles great. It turns well. It accelerates like a bat out of hell. And it sounds fantastic. This thing, the sound of the exhaust on this is just like nothing else. Everybody's eyes come up. Some of them come up with a little bit of anger here in the Boulder, Colorado area. It's not exactly a Boulder-friendly bike. But a lot of people get really excited to see it too, and they kind of run over and ask you, like, what is this thing, right? Or they know exactly what it is, and they reminisce about having these things when they were teenagers and 20-year-olds in the 70s, and say, oh, that was the coolest bike. It's the original crotch rocket. It's so fast, so fun. So yeah, this bike is just a really cool bike to talk about. It's just nobody makes a air-cooled, two-stroke, 400cc street bike anymore, at least not in the States, and this year is the last year of Yamaha doing air-cooled two-stroke bikes. After that, they did have a couple of liquid-cooled two-stroke bikes. I think it's the RZ350, which eventually became the engine that went into the Yamaha Banshee ATV. But yeah, this is a real unique classic bike. As you can see, it's got the black mag wheels front and back disc brakes that work fantastically on this thing. It's a kickstart bike with a battery though, so the light doesn't dim so much, but it starts first kick every time. Everything else, there's like $4,000 worth of receipts of this thing in 2010, and since then it's been sitting in storage. So it is a really cool bike. It's about as close to an original bike, look and feel, other than these expansion chambers, the jetting, and this air filter, and the reeds. It's a stock bike, but the thing still rips. It is a fun little bike. It's only got somewhere between, depending on who you ask, 40 to 50 horsepower, but it comes on like a light switch, and the thing just straight up screams. Yeah, the neighbors really love it. It's a huge hit with the neighbors, especially late at night. to it. The bike comes with 2 Yamaha keys, and all the accessories on the bike still work. Like the little helmet lock still works, and then you can use this to pop the seat. Look underneath at a brand new battery. I actually haven't checked yet to see if this thing has a toolkit or not. No toolkit, sadly, but it's got the original owner's manual, the original like an original registration copy, so you can see that it was registered in 1979. It's got an insurance card from the original owner in 2006. It's got all new seals and all new, the front and rear brake calipers have been rebuilt, front master cylinder has been rebuilt. The thing is just in great shape. The only little issues are on the front fender. There's some chipping and scratching right here and right there. There's a little tiny dent in the gas tank right there. I noticed a little tiny scratch on the side of the case, but otherwise this thing is just an awesome 2,320 mile bike from 1979. That's in perfect shape. As you can see, the Spec II expansion chambers are raw steel. They've been clear coated, so they shouldn't rust, but let's go for a little ride, huh? This bike came with was this awesome cafe style front fairing that's totally paint matched to the racing stripes on the bike. It's got an original showy windshield. It's a little beat up here and there, but it is so cool looking. Sadly, it's missing some of the hardware. It looks like it needs some clamps that go onto the bars or onto the triple clamps themselves. and it does not have that hardware. So I don't know. Either way, I was thinking about putting this on the wall here in the garage because it's just so badass looking. But you can see that when it's on the front of the bike, it looks really cool. Talk about 70s, huh? So cool. Yeah, it's really too bad it doesn't have the hardware for this because it's just a total game changer for the bike. But I'm guessing I could probably find some over time. It'll just take some time to figure out exactly who made this and then what it is, because it just really makes the bike pop. There we go, it's staying. Close to a showroom condition bike you're going to get with this level of miles. I've only seen one other one out there that had like literally 70 original miles, which is crazy, so nobody ever drove it. Everything works on the bike, which is crazy. Turn signals, high beams, the horn's a little bit weak, but it works. And yeah, it's got the like new factory brake levers. This is a new factory rear brake pedal. And the carbs are balanced and tuned and jetted for all the performance mods. So the thing really just runs great. All of the oil injection stuff was rebuilt. It's a really cool bike. It looks fantastic. The only thing I've done to it is I stripped the black paint off these headers to show off that kind of cool factory two-stroke look and show off the welds on the pipes that I really like. And I actually like that these stripped expansion chambers end up looking closer to the original chrome pipes. Yeah, so it's kind of like this weird thing that plays with your eyes where you're not sure if these were original or not, and I really, really like that. So that's really cool. There are literally like stacks and stacks of receipts for this thing, and it even came with the original owner's manual from Yamaha. It came with a copy of a registration receipt from 1979 where the original owner registered it, and then a copy of their insurance from 2006 with the same name. So you know this bike has been in one person's name from 79 to at least 2006, probably somewhere around 2009. It got sold to a person in California, and then it was bought by a private collector in Connecticut from that guy in California in 2014 and sat in a private collector's climate controlled storage from that point on, and they always kept fuel stabilizer and race gas in it so that nothing in the carbs, nothing in the fuel tank would go bad, and they'd run it every once in a while. Yeah, I've had such a good time riding this thing and just getting some time on it and experiencing what it's like to ride a screaming two-stroke street bike. Highly recommend if you guys can ever get out on one of these things to give it a whirl. It is so much fun. Really gets the adrenaline going. This is a rare piece of history right here, and the fact that it just works flawlessly too is just a plus. So yeah, thank you for tuning in. I hope you like this video, and hope you like the sound bites and the shots of me riding it and ripping it pretty good. I don't think a lot of guys on YouTube actually rip them that hard because they're a little bit scared to, but I know that this engine's completely bulletproof, built by Spec II, so figured I'd give it a little ring it out and see what happens. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. Please subscribe, and if you have any other requests for videos, let me know. Yeah, take care, ride safe, rubber side down.